Tonight on the News Hour, 16 civilians killed as Nigerian military targets Turji camp in Zamfara. Borno State launches Ruga project leading livestock development drive. NDLEA arrests traditional priest, intercepts 1.1 billion naira worth of codeine. On the foreign scene, Saudi Arabia calls for Syria sanctions relief as Arab EU diplomats gather in Riyadh. Hello and welcome to the News Hour tonight on Trust TV. Over the next hour, we will bring you up to speed on details of stories and events in different parts of the country and, of course, the nation's capital, Abuja, and developments on the international scene. I am Aisha Salihu. Thank you so much for joining us. We begin with security matters in the northwest region where tragedy struck in the Tunga-Okara community under Gidan-Goga district of Maradun local government area, Zamfara State, on Saturday evening as an airstrike by the Nigerian Air Force allegedly hit members of the Zamfara Community Protection Guard. Local vigilantes and residents, leaving at least 16 people dead. According to eyewitnesses, the incident occurred shortly after armed bandits raided the area and fled. Local vigilantes and residents who were defending their community against the attackers were reportedly caught in the airstrike. A lawmaker representing Maradun 2 constituency in the Zamfara State House of Assembly, Maharazu Salisu Gado Faru, confirmed the incident. He described the airstrike as an accident, stating that it targeted local vigilantes who had mobilized to counter the bandits. According to the lawmaker, the exact death toll remains unconfirmed at this time. The military authorities are yet to issue a formal response to the incident. However, earlier on Sunday, the Nigerian Air Force released a statement detailing the success of Operation Fasanyama, a coordinated air-ground assault targeting the stronghold of notorious bandit leader Kachala Bello Turji at Fakai Hills. In the statement, Air Vice Marshal Olushola Akimboyewa, who is the spokesperson for the Air Force, highlighted the operation's success in neutralizing scores of bandits and freeing several kidnapped victims. The Air Force described the mission as a significant step toward restoring peace and security in Zamfara State. In the meantime, the governor of Zamfara State, Dauda Lawal, has commended the Nigerian military's efforts in the renewed onslaught against bandits in the state. The Nigerian Air Force, in a successful airstrike over the weekend, decisively targeted bandits attacking villages in Zurmi and Maradun local government areas. However, about 16 civilians were mistakenly killed during the airstrike by the military. In a statement issued on Sunday in Gusau, the spokesperson for the Zamfara governor, Suleiman Bala Idris, expressed deep condolences to the families of civilian casualties affected by the airstrike at Tunga-Okara in Zurmi local government area. The statement clarified that the civilian casualties were members of the local vigilante who were mistakenly identified as the bandits fleeing from Gida Makera in the Boko district of Zurmi local government area. And now joining us via phone to discuss the issue is Musa Salmanu, a retired wing commander. Thank you so much for joining us on the News Hour tonight.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Good evening, viewers.
You're welcome. Now, given the common occurrence of this challenge, why does it appear to be difficult for the military to carry out precision strikes?
First of all, I want to commiserate with all Nigerians, first of all, and people of Zamfara State, but especially the families of the victims of this airstrike. Every other death, no death is permissible, and every death is actually regretful. You said it's becoming a recurring incident over the fight and in various theaters of operation within there. And this is one too many, and we feel it's highly regrettable and so on. But to your question, that why is it becoming so difficult to have precision strike? I want to tell you one that there are instances where there are these precision strikes, and some of these issues come up here and there about collateral damages or mistaken bombing, like in this case, which is about not getting the right target. Now, this could be boiled down to a few factors, but mainly about procedures and maybe equipment. So broadly divided. That when you talk about procedures, you're talking about issues of intelligence, that how credible intelligence is. Then also procedures in terms of what is the procedure that is being used to clear when there is intelligence and is being followed up and is confirmed. What is the kind of up to the point of dropping or attacking that particular target? What has been the procedures between the intelligence on the ground and the pilots or whichever platform that is being used? When there is any breakdown or when there is a breakdown in communications, such issues happen. Because in this instance, from what we know, these are actually moving targets. These are people that are alleged to have attacked and have moved. So the ideal thing could have been this intelligence continuously being assessed and reassessed up to the point of contact. From what we are hearing or what is available in the public domain, it seems there has been a lack of that integration between what is on ground, what is called the air-ground integration, in a way that up to the last minute, perhaps there was that loss of communication. And like it is always stated in such operations, even at the last minute, you have to clear if your last information that you have is still accurate, is still the same, or there has been change. And when it's found to have been changed, the mission is always aborted. So it will be very interesting to hear from the military authority the incidences or the sequence leading to this strike and the issues of the casualties that were recorded. But from what we can say is that perhaps there was some kind of gap in communication between when this information was gotten, when it was processed, and when the target was engaged. So that is on the issue of procedures. Then also the equipment that we have, like we keep emphasizing, and every military fights with the equipment available to it. We know that some of this equipment are very difficult to use in this type of asymmetric warfare. Asymmetric warfare whereby the belligerents or the enemies are embedded within civilian target, as is the civilian populace, as is the situation here. So except we have for high precision munitions or high precision guided munitions and so on that could clearly and distinctively take out the intended target, such issues are likely to come up whereby you have wide area damage or high intensity damage that could result to damage to civilian property and civilian lives.
Okay, you have stated the gap in procedure, communication, and also the military equipment that were used and all of that. Well, I was actually going to ask you about the operations of non-state actors like Vigilante Group are well known to the military. So how do you then explain what happened? Is there no somewhat coordination with local assets?
Well, I mean, not to preempt what the investigations might turn out, but what it's clearly showing is that perhaps a lack of coordination. Because if these were vigilantes that were engaged at the end of the day or found out to be vigilantes that became the victims, that means perhaps there is no communication between the security force and the self-help groups or the vigilantes that are also supposed to be helping with the security situation. It's supposed to be coordinated, so it shows a gap to a large extent, at least for now, that there is a gap between in coordination. Because I mean, this throws a lot of questions out there. That at what stage, what is the SOP or the what is the standard operating procedures between when state actors are involved or security forces are involved, when they work or when the state security does the vigilantes, by whatever name they are called, since they are state sanctioned, how do they operate with the military or other security forces?
Okay.
How do they coordinate their movements and how do they coordinate their offensive action?
Okay.
So this is something that throws up that on us.
Right. So while we await a statement from the military regarding what actually happened and what led to the loss of so many lives, civilian lives, and even vigilante, has this become a norm now, going by the number of incidents and the frequency of its recurrence?
Well, going by the incident, going by the frequency and the number of lives and loss and property, the truth is that it's unacceptable, and you can't. Yes, we have operations ongoing, but it is not the norm, and it cannot be accepted by all, including the military, as the norm. It is an aberration, and it can be improved upon. What this calls for is a concerted efforts by both the military authorities and civilian oversight over such military operations. It is not the norm in everywhere, and there are processes and procedures to minimize and mitigate this even when it happens. Civilian harm in operations like this could be inevitable. However, the frequency and the number is not the norm with what is happening. It shows that there is a gap somewhere, and it behoves on the military authority and the civilians authority with oversight to ensure that these do not occur as rampant as it does, and that when it occurs, that there are investigations and improvements are made to forestall any occurrence again.
Right, indeed,
so it's not the norm.
We have been speaking with Musa Salmani, retired wing commander on the Zamfara airstrike. Thank you so much for your insights and inputs on the news hour tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
In another security development, barely a week after killing 2 police officers, terrorists belonging to Lakurawa Group have killed 3 staff of a leading telecommunication firm. The insurgents were said to have invaded a construction site at Gumki village in Arewa local government area of Kebbi State. According to reports, the victims of the attack were installing a surveillance mast for the Nigeria Immigration Service in the area when the terrorists struck and killed them and 1 other person who is yet to be identified, though the police report said 3 of the deceased were Airtel staff. The locals said they were immigration staff. A staff of Sir Yahya Specialist Hospital who spoke to reporters said 3 of the deceased brought to the hospital were immigration staff. But Police Public Relations Officer SP Nafiu Abubakar said 4 persons lost their lives, 1 indigent and 3 staff of Airtel. He said on receipt of the report, the Commissioner of Police, Kebbi State Command, CP Bello M. Sani, alongside with the Comptroller, Nigeria Immigration Service, Kebbi State Command, CIS Muhammad Bashir Lawali, mobilized their men to the scene to evacuate the corpses to Sir Yahya Specialist Hospital in Birnin Kebbi. In other news, the federal government has launched Borno State's Livestock Improvement and Ranch Settlement Program, also known as RUGA Initiative, in Ngarangram community of Mafa local government. The project aims to enhance livestock productivity for consumption and export, as well as create employment opportunities and facilitate conflict resolution between herders and farmers in the state. Trustee Beatrice Kuritsi has more.
But a giant step for humanity. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
The Ruga settlement located in Garan community of Mafa local government was built by the Borno state government in collaboration with the federal government as part of a larger effort to enhance productivity and development. The Minister of Livestock Development and Governor Zulum, along with other dignitaries, toured the Ruga settlement. The settlement has modern facilities which comprises a police outpost, housing estate, health center, veterinary clinic, a school, cattle ranch, among others.
Self-sufficiency in food production. Bismillah.
The ranch provides everything we need, including our own pasture, which has always been a challenge for us. We are grateful for this project. Stakeholders in their remarks lauded the initiative but persist on transformative reforms in the livestock sector to address farmers-herders clashes and infrastructure deficits to enhance productivity, reduce poverty, wealth generation, and bolster local and international trade.
Needs to be addressed as quickly as possible, and these are as follows. 1. Low productivity and efficiency of local breeds. 2. Inadequate infrastructure and services in the livestock sector. 3. Conflicts between farmers and herders. 4. Limited access to markets. 5. Limited access to finance.
We designed this project with the pastoralists at every stage. And someone asked me today, why is it that there's so much distance between one project and the other? And I said, the pastoralists wanted it so, and their wishes were granted.
As we move forward, let us unite in our dedication to sustainable development, environmental stewardship, and the well-being of our communities. Together, we'll build a stronger, more resilient agro-livestock sector that will benefit not only our immediate members, but also the broader society.
The Minister of Livestock Development, while calling on other states to embrace Ruga project, said the Borno project aligns with Tinubu's renewed hope agenda and assured to partner with the state to reposition the livestock sector.
Let me use this medium to advocate for partnership with other state governments in our concerted efforts to transform the livestock sector to a more efficient and productive sector for national prosperity.
Today, I call upon the multinational commercial livestock investors to join us in this transformative mission. Borno State, blessed with vast grazing reserves and fertile land resources, offers a unique opportunity to livestock growth and productivity improvement in Nigeria. We are ready and open for partnership that will not only enhance livestock productivity, but will also transform Borno into a thriving agricultural hub.
About 460 Mafa households were allocated houses, cash, cattle, food and non-food items. Borno has become the leading state to pilot the Ruga Settlement Initiative in Nigeria, and it remains to be seen whether other states will follow suit. Bitrus Kuruti, Trust TV News, Maiduguri.
And now to matters related to the Kano Emirate tussle. Aminu Baba Danagundi, a kingmaker loyal to Alhaji Aminu Ado Bayero, 15th Emir of Kano, says the crisis rocking the Emirate has just started. Danagundi, who had filed a suit to challenge the reinstatement of Alhaji Muhammadu Sanusi as Emir of Kano, said this at the Nasarawa Mini Palace on Sunday. He was reacting to the judgment of a three-member panel of justices on Friday. In their judgment, read by Justice Gabriel Kolawole, the court held that the previous nullification of Sanusi's appointment was done without required jurisdiction. The court had subsequently ordered transfer of the suit to the Kano State High Court. Justice Kolawole held that the matter, being a chieftaincy dispute, ought to have been determined by the High Court of Kano State rather than the Federal High Court. Danagundi said he had instructed his lawyers to proceed with all necessary arrangements to file for appeal at the Supreme Court.
Since the Court of Appeal decides that the Federal High Court does not have the jurisdiction to entertain that case, there is nothing you can do than to appeal against their own judgment. I have already instructed my lawyers since Friday to get a certified copy, true copy of that judgment. And we appeal to the Supreme Court. I have said it when I came out of the court. I said, I'm not satisfied with that decision. Nobody can celebrate victory on this issue because the case is still pending. I have appealed against that judgment.
Now, the Christian community in Bauchi State has highlighted the need for continuous peaceful coexistence with Muslim community as a recipe for growth and development. They made the remark as part of messages for hope so Nigeria can overcome its current predicaments. Trustee Adamuimam has details.
The leadership of Christian communities emphasized the need for Nigeria to remain united, regardless of ethnic religious diversities. The Christian leaders advocated for a peaceful and progressive society to attain an egalitarian society.
It is not about fighting. If there is any misunderstanding, we sit together on a round table and then iron it out. It's not to fight and kill and destroy people. I think that is not religion. Any religious person would like peace to reign. Why are we fighting and destroying one another? Why should there be hatred? Who taught them how to hate? That is not the Bible, that is not the Quran. So they are doing it out of ignorance. And I think they are not, in fact, they have forgotten that God has blessed them, but they are forgetting about the blessings of God. So we, Nigeria, we are going to hijack those blessings to Nigeria.
But a lot of things have gone wrong with the nation. Because we have abandoned the way of God, because we have left the cherished path of God, and we have embraced our selfish interests, and because we have embraced our selfish interests, everybody, especially our leaders now, they are all scavenging for their stomach at the detriment of the masses. I gave them an example, looking at what happened in Uyo, Ibadan, Abuja, Anambra State, the Stampede. All of these, yes, I know that a lot of times they have shared food, but all of this is because the hunger is much, and that is why people have become scavengers, scavenging for food. We are now surviving survival of the fittest. Only the strong have it, because things have gone worse.
The unity in diversity, the body of Jesus Christ is the center pillar. Despite all our diversity, we belong to different tribes,
They, however, urge Nigerian leaders to always think of the masses whenever making decisions for the country, as according to them, the economic hardship still bites hard, noting that 2025 will be a year of fulfillment. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, has approved the redeployment and appointment of several senior officers in the Nigerian Army to various command, staff, and instructional positions. In a statement, Army spokesman Major General Onyema Nwachukwu explained that the redeployment is a strategic move aimed at enhancing operational effectiveness and administrative efficiency. The reshuffling spans across principal staff officers at the Army headquarters, general officers commanding corps commanders, commandants of Army training institutions, brigade commanders, and other key positions. This action underscores the Nigerian Army's commitment to maintaining a robust and dynamic leadership structure capable of addressing emerging security challenges. You're watching the News Hour tonight, coming to you live from Trust TV studios in the nation's capital. Coming up ahead. Weekly thrift market in Gombe maintains huge popularity among buyers and sellers. We'll bring you details of the story and more after the break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, and it's nice to have you join us again. Here is a recap of some of our top stories. We told you that 16 civilians killed as Nigerian military targets Turji camp in Zamfara. You also heard Borno State launches Ruga project leading livestock development drive. And now to other stories. A 40-feet trailer load of skunk, a strain of cannabis weighing 2,217.6 kilograms, has been intercepted by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency while being distributed into 6 vehicles at an abandoned fuel station in Kagini, Kubwa area of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, for onward distribution to some northern states. The intelligence-led operation, which took place at 1:20 a.m. on Saturday, 11th January 2025, led to the seizure of not only the large illicit consignment, but also the trailer and the 6 vehicles: Toyota van, Toyota Camry car, Toyota Sienna bus, Jack 4-wheel drive Hilux truck, Toyota Corolla car, and a Vento Passat car, as well as the arrest of a suspect. The consignment was loaded into the trailer at Uzeba in Owan local council area of Edo State. In another raid in the FCT, 2 suspects, Anthony Namdi, 42, and Abba Ali, 27, were arrested by NDLEA officers at Nyanya, where a combined 1,398 kilogram cocaine and the precursor substance used in preparing crack cocaine were recovered from them. No fewer than 20 wraps of cocaine weighing 330 grams have been recovered from a cargo going to Australia at a logistics firm in Lagos by officers of the Directorate of Operations and General Investigation in NDLEA. The cocaine parcels were concealed around the body of a face cream container in the shipment. The illicit consignments were discovered during joint examination of the containers by NDLEA operatives, customs, and other security agencies on Thursday 9th and Friday 10th January 2025 at the Port Harcourt Ports Complex, One, Rivers State. In Lagos, the traditional chief priest of the Igunoko Shrine, Alpha Beach, Aja, Lekki, where 2,760 kilograms skunk was recovered on 25th October 2024 Bariu Aliu alias Malo has been arrested by NDLA operatives after over 3 months of manhunt for him. Officers of the Nigerian Immigration Service who are on foreign missions in different countries abroad have cried out over the non-payment of their allowances for about 10 months now. The officers said this has led to some of their colleagues having to send their families back to Nigeria due to inability to pay their rents or feed well, among others. Among the unpaid allowances include housing, health, utility, among others, and according to the officers, they have been crying out since last year, but the authorities have not done much to come to their rescue, while their hardship and situation keeps deteriorating. They said their plight has united them from across the various countries in order to voice out their ordeal so that the authorities can come to their rescue. Now, at least 7,228 inmates were pardoned by federal and state governments, chief justices, and non-governmental organizations between January 2022 and December 2024 as part of efforts to decongest the nation's overcrowded correctional centers. The figures were obtained from media reports and compiled by our correspondent on Saturday. According to recent data from the Nigerian Correctional Service, the total inmate population stands at 72,125, exceeding the system's capacity of slightly more than 50,000. Of this number, 52,903 inmates are awaiting trial. Most of these individuals face serious charges such as armed robbery, murder, and culpable homicide, which require lengthy investigations and prosecutions. In 2022, 707 inmates were pardoned. The figure rose significantly in 2023 to 4,678, with another 1,843 pardoned in 2024. A major release occurred on November 18, 2023, when 4,068 inmates were freed across the country due to their inability to pay fines. The gesture, initiated by the federal government, was made possible through 585 million naira raised by corporate organizations as part of their corporate social responsibility. The SEO's spokesperson, Abubakar Umar, who recently spoke to our correspondent in an interview, attributed the overcrowding primarily to delays in the dispensation of justice. Every Friday, a unique market activity unfolds at Gombe Emir's Palace, attracting traders and buyers from far and wide. This weekly market has become a hub for the sale of quality used clothes, drawing businessmen from cities like Jos and Kano to make good deals. Trustee Hassan Kohli brings us more on this thriving enterprise.
This is a usual sight near the historic palace of the Emir of Gombe, especially on a Friday afternoon after the Jumu'at prayers. This market is unlike any other, specializes in the sale of used clothes, attracting traders and buyers seeking quality at affordable prices. Businessmen from as far as Jos and Kano converge here weekly, bringing with them carefully selected second-hand clothes. They cater to a wide range of customers, from the budget-conscious to those simply searching for unique styles. This market is a blessing for us. We bring in high-quality items that are affordable every week from Kano. Customers love it because they can get good clothes without spending too much. This market provided almost 4,000 people with means of livelihood, especially youths. Considering the status of the market, which is periodic, it is imperative if the state government allocated us a permanent site, which without doubt will boost business activities in Gombe. The affordability and quality of the clothing item make the market a hotspot for individuals from all walks of life. Its accessibility and strategic location add to its popularity. I come here every week because the clothes are cheaper and better than what I find elsewhere. That is what brings me here from Pindiga. The accessibility makes it easy for everyone.
We are so happy buying stuffs here because their stuffs are cheap and we find quality clothes here. That's why each Friday we are here and we come every Friday joyfully to shop from this market. And whenever you see us, a lot of us from the state university and even outside, even our parents come here. A lot of people come here to buy clothes from this market because their stuffs are really cheap and they have quality materials down. Even if we go to the market or boutique, you might buy something from there and it will not last you the way the ones here will last you. So
this market not only boosts trade but also fosters connections between regions. The businessmen from Jos and Kano bring diversity in styles and choices, making Gombe's Friday market a symbol of economic and cultural exchange. From fostering entrepreneurship to providing affordable options for buyers, this market is a testament to the power of community trade. From Gombe, Hassan Koli reporting for Trust TV.
The new Emir of Fufore in Adamawa State, Sani Ribadu, has pledged to use his position to promote unity and peace within his territory to complement the efforts of the Fanteri-led administration. During a visit to Fufore Emirate, the traditional ruler led a prayer for the peace of the nation at the Fufore Central Mosque. After the prayers, he met with district heads under his domain for a brief congratulatory visit. While addressing his subjects, the Emir emphasized that peace and unity are the foundation of every developed society. He highlighted the importance of fostering unity and development in the newly established emirates and chiefdoms within Adamawa State.
I am grateful for this visit, and I promise to give in my best by promoting peaceful coexistence in line with the governor's mandate. I asked for your prayers and support.
We thank the governor for creating an emirate in Fufore. We thank him, we thank him, we thank him.
You can see our symbol. You can know if we are united or not. But we are proud in Fufore local government, all the emirates given by the executive governor, we are hoping our own will be the best.
In the southwest region, 2 factory workers rescued by officials of the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency and men of the State Fire Service in the Kosi area of Lagos have been confirmed dead. They were trapped while working on a diesel reservoir. A statement issued by the Permanent Secretary of LASEMA, Dr. Olufemi Damilola Oke Osayintolu, explained that the incident occurred around 10 a.m. on Saturday. According to him, the victims allegedly fell into the reservoir while carrying out repair work. Oke Osayintolu said preliminary investigations revealed that one of the victims accidentally fell into the diesel reservoir, while the second victim fell into the same reservoir in an attempt to rescue his colleague. Both victims sustained severe conditions and were promptly transported to the hospital by the Lagos State Ambulance Service after receiving first aid, including CPR. Quite a sad one there. Now, for insurance industry to leverage its synergies with banking and pension sectors, insurance experts are calling for the need for a partnership with banks to offer bundled products such as car loans and collaborate with pension administrators to provide discounted insurance premiums for pension contributors. The report.
The Nigerian insurance sector is a crossroads where it has the opportunity to tap into the evolving landscapes of banking and pension industries. Despite sharing similar services, the insurance industry is yet to fully capitalize on the opportunities it shares with these two sectors. The banking sector and the pension sector in terms of saving investment and risk management. The banking and the pension sectors have progressively evolved to boost their financial influence. The insurance industry have struggled to keep pace and maximize its own potentials.
Like this newly established banks now, they are yet to have insurance a company of their own, So insurance company can leverage on that and partner with those people, with those banks, and have their insurance flyers or billboard or whatever there, stationed there. So anyone that's taking loan or getting loan from them can have insurance certificate as well immediately.
Insurance sector can follow a similar path as the bank industry by focusing on tenured investment, which are loans offered by banks, yielding significant returns for the insurance firm by deepening its underwriting and premium collection processes. The insurance industry can emulate banking and pension practices and boost its financial growth. Speaking to Lagos residents, they aired their views on the need for insurance to give loans to their customers.
So a very big opportunities for insurance companies. If there is a way they can work it out to begin to go into loan, a kind of making loan available to their own customers. You understand? So because if you look at the bulk money that most of the commercial banks and even the firm banks are making now, it is also majorly on interest they gain from loaning the money. Actually understand that people without loan this time around people find it difficult to grow, especially the middle scale and the small scale industries. So one of the things that they can get is they should reach out to their customers, encourage them more that there's other benefits you can get from insurance company apart from depositing in insurance company. That there's other things you can get, like loan we are talking about, supporting in your small scale industries, just as banks and other banking sectors is equally doing.
An insurance expert, Onibokun, emphasizes the need for industry to collaborate with other sectors.
Collaborate with pension administrators to provide discount insurance premium for pension contributions. So, and this is applicable to the insurance companies that are into life and pension. So they can partner with pension administrator. So any amount of money they collect from the pensioner or from the companies that they are marketing. So a certain percentage will have agreed on each person, on each customer, that we go automatically to the pension company.
Despite the challenges, including myth that claims settlement poses a unique hindrance to growth, insurance industry can overcome these by leveraging regulatory frameworks such as government-backed laws to attract more assets into the sector.
You're still watching the News Hour on Trust TV. We will return shortly. Welcome back to the News Hour tonight on Trust TV. And now to developments in business. Nigeria has received a brown rice shipment in a move to elevate increasing food prices. According to a logistics firm, Ducat, about 32,000 tons of consignment have arrived in Lagos State. Experts say the move will elevate the rise in food costs in Nigeria and enhance food security nationwide. Despite the duty waiver, purchases have been limited to not hurt local producers. According to Ducat Chief Executive Officer Adrian Bakiri, Nigeria has been working hard to find solutions to increase and boost its food security and supply accessibility. Now, President Bola Tinubu is in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, to participate in the 2025 edition of Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week. In a statement, Presidential Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, explained that President of the United Arab Emirates, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, invited President Tinubu to attend the summit, scheduled to take place in the Emirate from 12th to 18th of this month. The summit is expected to bring together global leaders to accelerate sustainable development and advance socio-economic progress. The event, under the theme The Nexus of Next, Supercharging Sustainable Progress, is to enable policymakers, business and civil society leaders to explore pathways to fast-track the transformation to a sustainable economy and evolve a new era of prosperity for all. Away from Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, the Middle East's biggest economy, is seeking to increase its influence in Syria after Islamist-led rebels toppled Assad last month, analysts say. The talks on Sunday will unfold in two sessions. The first will bring together Arab officials, while the second will feature wider participation, including from Turkey, France, the European Union, and the United Nations. A Saudi official told AFP on Saturday. Syria's new leader, Ahmed al-Shara, who led the main rebel group in the alliance that overthrew Assad, is pushing for sanctions relief. His administration is represented at the Riyadh talks by Foreign Minister Assad al-Shaybani. Western powers, including the United States and the European Union, imposed sanctions on Assad's government over his brutal crackdown on anti-government protests in 2011, which triggered the civil war. More than 13 years of conflict have killed over 500,000 Syrians, left infrastructure destroyed and the people impoverished, while millions have fled their homes, including to Europe. The United States Treasury Department said last Monday it would ease enforcement on restrictions affecting essential services such as energy and sanitation. But United States officials say they will wait to see progress before any wider easing of sanctions. The European Union's top diplomat Kaja Kallas said on Friday that the 27-nation bloc could begin lifting sanctions if Syria's new rulers took steps to form an inclusive government that protected minorities. European foreign ministers are due to meet on January 27 to discuss the issue. Still on the foreign scene, residents of the French territory of Mayotte braced Sunday for a storm expected to bring strong winds and flash floods less than a month after the Indian Ocean archipelago was devastated by a deadly cyclone. Mayotte was placed on red alert on Saturday in anticipation of the passage of Dikaledi, a storm forecast to skirt about 100 kilometers south of the territory. It hit the northern coast of Madagascar as a cyclone on Saturday evening and weakened into a severe tropical storm, but is expected to regain intensity as it moves towards Mayotte. It could be reclassified as a cyclone by Monday morning, according to French weather service Météo France. Authorities called for extreme vigilance on Mayotte following the devastation wrought by Cyclone Chido in mid-December. Wind gusts could reach 90 km per hour on the French territory, while dangerous sea conditions are also forecast. Residents were advised to seek shelter and stock up on food and water. Cyclone Chido, the most devastating storm to hit France's poorest department in 90 years, caused colossal damage last month, killing at least 39 people and injuring more than 5,600. And in sports, Algerian outfit Melodia Club of Oran have announced it has terminated the contract of its head coach, Eric Chell. The Melodia took the decision after Chell agreed to take up the role of Super Eagles head coach. The 47-year-old has a clause in his contract which allows him to leave the club for a national team post. The former Mali international took charge of MC Oran for the last time in Saturday's Algerian Cup clash with ES Setif. The former Algerian League champions announced Charles' departure on social media. The former defender was appointed MC Oran head coach on October 9, 2024. Now, Orlando Pirates defender Olisanda has stepped up his recovery from injury, according to reports. The Nigeria international caught an injury in the Buccaneers League clash with Polokwane City last September. The 26-year-old has been sidelined since that encounter. The Bucs medical team provided an update on the status of players recovering from injuries on their official website. The centre-back is a regular member of the Orlando Pirates squad. He has scored once in 53 league appearances for Jose Rivera's side. Very well then, that's about the size of our package for you on the News Hour tonight from our team here in Abuja and other parts of the country. Do not forget, you can always follow us across all of our social media platforms and also join our YouTube live stream for more news, programs and documentary. I am Aisha Salihu. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.
From the Daily Trust News Center, this is the News Hour.